With school right around the corner, many kids are going to be in new environments, and new environments can put them in tough spots. But one martial arts instructor is teaching safety and creating confidence through strength in order to fight that anxiety. Team 12's Matt Yurus has the story.
You're putting your hands on him? Good. What happens? Sweep, take down. Good. Hands up.
Meet Joseph Edmondson, master instructor at Next Level Fitness and Martial Arts in Gilbert.
People think self-defense is just fighting, but it's really multifaceted.
First, Edmondson says one must recognize a situation and work to remove themselves. That can include finding a teacher.
What was the problem right here?
Second, turn to what he calls verbal de-escalation, which means use your words, and if that doesn't work, only then.
Hands on the wrist, good, take down.
Edmondson says should one resort to physical self-defense. Parents are supportive of the approach. Jeremy McDonald has 2 kids in the class, Finn and Isabel.
Before they may not have been able to handle it or know what to do, and now I feel like they probably will at least have a few steps to keep them safe.
Edmondson says knowing these steps creates confidence.
So that confidence carries into everything that they do, how they interact with people, the respect that they have for other people and their teachers, their study habits, everything. We're just teaching them to be the best versions of themselves.
That best version, Edmondson says, makes your child less likely to fall victim of bullying and more. Matt Yurus, 12 News.